Today I would like you to explore what is purification or what is purity. And I think in every culture there are some rites and rituals to become pure, to become to remove the sins, or just any wrongdoing, how I may remove it. Like in Russian culture, it's kind of one day in a year, you just put yourself in the water 3 times. And it's some story in Christianity. I don't exactly remember what the event was with Jesus or something like this. But this day is in the winter, at least in Russia. And it's very cold outside. It's January, maybe middle of January. And sometimes it's minus 20, minus 30. And they make a hole in the ice and go there and 3 times, go there. So I don't know about purity, but definitely you don't feel anything except cold. You're just cold. And I think every culture has these ideas. Many cultures have ideas with water, that water purifies us. Some with some fire rituals or some other things. Like once the Chunda, he was Smith's son, he came to Buddha and Buddha asked him, what kind of rituals you like to purify yourself? And he say, Bhante, I like the rituals of the Brahmins. When you wake up, you need to touch the ground, the earth, first things what you need to do. Or if it's impossible, touch the grass, like green grass. Or if there is no grass, touch the cow dung. Or you just greet the sun. Or you worship the fire. Or you put yourself in the water, what I described. And Buddha say, okay, I hear you. But the purification in the noble discipline is quite different. And Chunda, Bhante, please explain to me. I would like to know. And the Buddha say, purification in noble discipline, threefold purification. Purity of body, purity of speech, and purity of mind. And when we speak about body, the person abstain from killing living beings. He do not kill, he do not harm living beings. And the person abstain of taking what is not given. So not absence of stealing. He's satisfied with whatever he have and don't look on the possession of other people. And then he abstain of sexual misconduct. So he not engage in wrong misconduct. Can you hear me? Okay. It was about body. So about speech, it's about abstaining from speaking the lie. And about this, in another sutta, when Buddha speak with Rahula, with his son, he gave a nice simile. Then there was a water jar, let's say cup. He left the little water there and he say, Rahula, can you see the water there? And he say, yes, Bhante, yes. It's a very little water there. Okay? So in the same way, so little holy life of the monk who speak lie. And then he throw this water away and he say, can you see it, the action of throwing? He say, yes, Bhante. In the same way, monk who speak deliberate lie, he throw away his holy life. And then he shows the empty cup to Rahula and say, you see the emptiness of this cup? He say, yes, Bhante. And in the same way, the holy life of a monk. And then finally he overturned this cup and say, same way, holy life of a monk who speak deliberate lie is just turned upside down. So why is this? The Buddha says that if a person speak deliberate lie, there is no any evil what he can be abstain of. So he can do whatever, because he don't have. If a person truthful and if a person knows that if he would be asked, he would have to tell the truth, whatever done or whatever he do. That's why it's one of the more one of the conditions what prevent him from doing bad. He knows it. Like, I'm truthful. I don't want to say lie, and I don't want other people to know that I do something bad. So let me do something good. Same principle apply to not only holy life, like any other life, like lay life and monk life. The same principle about speaking lie. If a person speak lie, there is no evil what he can abstain of. So he can do whatever. So it was about purification of speech. Don't speak lie. Don't speak divisive speech. Divisive speech, it's when I have intention to divide people. Like, for example, I know these people already have a tense between each other, and I know one person told something to me, oh, you know, these guys, this and that. And if I have this intention to divide them, I go and I speak, and my words can be even true. There is no lie in my words. But the intention to divide, this is unwholesome. And person abstain from rough speech, harsh speech. Person speak only what is kind words, only what's polite, what's nice, what easy to hear, easy come to heart, that's what to say. And the last about speech, person abstain from idle chatter. Person doesn't engage in empty conversation. So he try to speak what is proper in the time. He try to speak what is in line with the Dhamma. He try to speak like moderately. He try to speak little, only what is important. Not so easy. And the last thing is the purification of mind, Buddha say. That person does not have an unrighteous greed. So, for example, I see someone else possession or car or whatever, and I want exactly these things. Not just I want a similar, but I want exactly this. I want his house, I want his car or his wife or whatever. So this kind of unrighteous greed, Buddha say, like, if a person wants to purify his mind, it's good to abstain. And the person doesn't have a harmful thoughts about other beings, like may these beings be dead, or may these beings experience some suffering or something like this. So he remain compassionate towards all the beings. And the last thing about mind is person have a right view. The summary of the right view, in this context, we would say the person understands the law of karma. Person understands that whatever circumstance we have now, in the past we are conditioned this. So by our action, by our mental action, bodily action, or speech action, now we have this. And whatever decision or action we do now, this would affect our future. So nothing just gone without any cause and effect. So if a person understands this, like cause and effect, he would naturally abstain from doing bad, because he would not really want to experience this, what he do something bad for other people. And in the same sutta, what I give an example about when Buddha speaks with Rahula, Buddha give a nice simile in the principle of goodness, principle of sila. If a person, for example, find a difficulty to remember all these precepts or all these kind of rules, they're much more easy to keep a principle. So he asked Rahula, what's the reason and what's the use for mirror? Why we use a mirror? And Rahula say, for reflection, Bhante. Mirror give a reflection. And the Buddha say, in the same way, you have to reflect. Before the action has been done, you have to reflect on, is it beneficial action for me? Is it beneficial action for other people? Or it's harmful for me and for other people as well? So, in the same way, action by body, speech and mind. Every action, before it has been done, it needs to be reflected. Is it beneficial or not? And when I understand it's not beneficial, then Buddha say, Rahula, you should abstain from this action. Just don't do this action if you know that this is harmful. And when you are sure it's beneficial for me, beneficial for others, go ahead, just do this action. Same way, while I do action. So before it was before that, now it's while I'm in the process of doing action by body, speech, and mind. I also need to reflect, is it beneficial for me or beneficial for others? And if I don't find so, just stop, just not continue doing this action. And finally, after the action has been done by body, speech, and mind, person need to reflect, it was a beneficial action. It was a good action. It was for my benefit or for my harm or for benefit of others or for harm of others. And if he realized that, okay, after I done this action, it was bad. I did something unsuitable. What's actually most common happening like this. Like before action and while doing an action, very difficult to reflect. We have a habit, but after it can come, oh, okay, I did something wrong. So, and Buddha encourages us, if it's the case, if we did something wrong, he speaks with Rahula. He say, like, since you're a monk, you need to come to another holy person, another monk, another your Kalyanamitta, and confess your action. Just to tell whatever you did and try to promise that don't do this in future. So this is a good spirit, and I think this spirit can be applied not only in monk community, because all people have a Kalyanamitta, like people who practice, who interested in some Dhamma. We all have a friends, noble friends, with whom we practice together. And if I did something bad and I come to my friend and say, oh, yesterday I killed aunt, for example, or I killed or anything, or I just spoke something harshly with my son or with my daughter or whatever. And this action would help us to increase our hiriotapa, increase our shame, sense of shame and fear of doing bad. Because I know, okay, if I do this regularly, if I have a habit to come to confess whatever wrongdoing I made, I would think twice to do this, because I know that these people already heard from me many times that I speak harshly. Sooner or later they would tell to me why you don't even try to correct yourself? You only do bad. So it's one more layer when other person may help you to become better in body, speech, and mind. And the last thing, if you really realize that there is any bad things in that action what I done. After action, you reflect on this. Okay, this action was good for me, good for others. Then Buddha say, it's a good occasion to enjoy this. You just maybe may sit or just stand or whatever, and just reflect on the goodness what I have done. Reflect on the benefit or on the wholesomeness. So this may help you to continue to do good, because it's so nice. It feels so pleasant when you do something good, when you abstain of something unsuitable. And when you sit and meditate, for example, no any thoughts or worries may come to your mind that, oh, I did something bad, or I spoke with this bad, or some sense of shame or moral dread. It's not arise in mind of person who pure and who abstain of something unsuitable. So that's why they say the sila, morality, it's a basics. It's a very good base for the building of our liberation.